Hello everyone, my name is Alex Seitz and I'd like to welcome you to Boomvang 2.0. We're here in Miami in Museum Park, just across the way from where Scarlet Lady will be joining us at Terminal V here in Miami.
My name is Natasha Salzedo, manager of itineraries and destinations, and that includes our shore excursions, or as we like to call them here at Virgin, shore things.
And when we were developing shore things and kind of going around the world trying to find the best to offer our sailors, what do you think we used as kind of our living strategy?
We really went after those experiences that change your view of the world and ignite the spirit within.
I think that was the core, right? So when we did something, we kind of asked ourselves, did it really meet this standard? Whether it was a larger group experience or a small intimate thing, that was something that was really important to us.
It was really nice to talk to some of our local operators within the destinations and helped us find those local gems that really make the destinations come alive and authentic to the location that we're at.
Yeah, and I think because we're part of a Virgin company, right, really leaning into what Holly Branson talks about we economy, right? So how we engage with the community, how we tried to find those things, those smaller businesses, because some of our experiences will be about, between 10 to 20 people. Some are larger than that, but a lot of them are smaller, and that's what allows us to really connect to the community itself.
Yeah, we really were able to find some of those hidden gems by getting those experiences down to be those niche type of experiences, those FITs that you like to have those more intimate experiences and not feel so overwhelmed by the crowds.
Yeah, and I think another thing that our first mates are really gonna, hear about and have been asking us, honestly, is how we're going to be interacting with animal and animal welfare. And for us, it's so important that all of our experiences that we offer will not be offering animals for entertainment. We want to make sure that we are really going into our ports and we're leaving them the way better than we entered them in. And I think that comes to life in how the ship interacts, how our crew interact, but also what shore things we bring to life.
Absolutely. And other things that we find that are really beneficial for the sailors are these experiences that they can't find anywhere else. A lot of times we've pressed those operators and our agents to sort of step up their game, if you will, to sort of create these new experiences that you can only get on a Virgin voyage.
Yeah, and I think that goes into that a Virgin type of exclusive type of experience, something that you're of course Virgin did that. And I think that's what we've been going. There's certain things that I always tell you and we always tell our vendors when we're working with them, that if we were going to Paris, we get that the Eiffel Tower is amazing and stunning. We don't think that we're too cool to not go to the Eiffel Tower, but how do we do it? Do we bring it to life by going to the Georges V Hotel and sitting up on the balconies there and overlooking at it and seeing it, having that glass of champagne? That could be one way to interact with the Eiffel Tower. And another way is going through the city and seeing, how, Mr. Eiffel, how he grew up. And that's another way to connect to it. So for us, we know that there are things that are so important to the sailors in each port, but how we bring them to life is going to be a way that only Virgin does that.
I also think the way we've developed our itineraries will lend itself to this as well. With long stays and overnights, sailors will really have enough time to get out and experience these destinations without feeling rushed back on board.
Yeah, I mean, you think about Ibiza, right? Ibiza having those overnights, in Malaga having those overnights, and we've done those because we've looked after things saying, we would love to take our sailors to Alhambra, right? But we want to do it in a way that they actually get an exclusive experience, that it's worth their time, it's worth their money, and it's worth the effort.
Absolutely. Maybe we can take sailors along with us on a journey today to one of our favorite experiences here in Miami.
Yeah, I think it's great. So obviously a lot of people are familiar with the Wynwood Art District here in Miami. And although it's only, 4 miles from the port, more or less, a lot of sailors don't get that opportunity to do that. And even if they do, going through the streets and seeing the beautiful artwork is amazing. But we've got an experience that's set up that sailors are actually going to be able to get into a little coverall or overall and make sure that they get the opportunity to tag and spray some of the walls and make their own graffiti.
Absolutely, that's going to be great.
Let's take everyone over there.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Natasha, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. So now that we've gotten onto the transportation, we've made our way over to Wynwood. I mean, it's great, right? Wynwood is one of those neighborhoods that so many people, maybe they've heard about it, but they don't know how to get to it, or they haven't had the opportunity to really sink into it. I think what we're going to be offering here with Virgin Voyages has been great, right? Taking them to tag a wall or paint and kind of do some graffiti and what else do you think is great about it?
I love this because most people come here just to take photos of the wall. Now they actually get to be a part of all the experience and the art that's staying on the wall and be a part of Wynwood itself. So it's really different than what they would be experiencing on their own if they came and did it themselves. So we really get to get them, involved and with a local artist who's going to teach them how to really tag the right way.
Which is great, right? Because we've always said we want to lean into the local folks and really, the we economy element of the shore thing. So I think by connecting with a local artist, having them tell us how to do this, and I think the artist we're working with, he's been doing this for like 9 years professionally or something like that, and about 20 some years in just as an art form.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a great experience for our sailors.
Sailors are in good hands with this guy.
Yeah.
They'll really enjoy themselves.
Cool. Want to go in?
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome, cool. So obviously times have changed. These cans nowadays are absolutely tops compared to what we used to paint with back in the 80s, 90s. So this is a Cobra paint. This is an American brand. You have Montana 94. This is a made in Barcelona. And these cans cost anywhere from $6.50 to $12 a can. Whereas
Wow.
back in the day, they used to be like 89 cents.
Right, I was just to say.
25 and stuff. So now it's the same, but the quality is much better. You have high pressure, low pressure cans.
Oh, really?
It's some spray, faster than others. You have different nozzles. You have a New York fat cap, Astro fat cap, German skinny tip, and they all serve a different purpose, right? Give you an example, and then you guys can give it a try. You have, this is an Astro fat cap, and it sprays really wide like that. I'll do a different color so you can better see it a bit better.
Oh, okay.
Whereas you have some of these kind of tips that are much smaller, right?
I always wondered how that was. If it was more based on the dip.
It also is based on distance. Too.
Okay.
So when I paint, unless you're using a fat cap, what I would suggest, and you guys can try it out, is always stay kind of against, as close as you can with these kind of tips, against the wall.
Okay.
Because if you go a little further, what's going to happen, it's going to be hazy.
All right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And so you have these kind of colors. And so what I wanted to do today, and I think it would be fun, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, if we do a virgin piece.
Love it.
And maybe we'll change up the colors, get creative with it, as well as maybe do a backsplash.
Yeah.
Huh?
Wynwood Virgin.
Yeah, exactly.
Wynwood version,
Yeah.
for sure. And then we'll just have fun with it. The cool thing about graffiti is no matter what you do, you're right. There's no rules, which
I love
is
that.
liberating, right? So you don't have to do anything in any kind of way. Be creative about it. But what I want you guys to do first is test out these cans.
Cool.
I have these guys. This has the fat cap on it.
Awesome.
And don't veer too far away from here, because we're gonna fill this in.
Holy cow! I love how you made like this perfect circle.
just stand in front of it and just give it a touch. Yeah. Let's see here. Turn it upside down to the can for you. Let's see. Try it again. Sometimes they get clogged. Stay closer. If you can stay closer to the can, then
Holy
it won't
cow.
be so hazy.
Ah.
You see what I mean? And then Oh, you remember from our last time.
Oh.
You have to just go side to side like that. It saves paint and it also covers all like the patchiness. Because if you go up, down, side to side, checker mark, you'll see it later on.
Oh, okay.
And this kind of art historically is always in public, right? And
Right.
So it's
Something you want to deliver on.
and it falls victim to the elements. So the rain, the sun and stuff like that. So when the sun beats it up or the rain washes it away, you'll see the lines, the strokes, how you painted it. So it's more cohesive to do it side to side. Whichever way you do it, just do it that way the whole time,
Side to side.
Yeah, side to side or up and down, either one, but side to side.
Holy cow.
Works the best.
I just love how he did like one circle and it was like boop, and I'm like
Perfect
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts at it.
Together, and I'll show you guys some tricks.
Love it.
So as opposed to just shooting, spraying the sprays dead on, you give it a turn the nozzle, turn your wrist, and you haze like this. So all of a sudden,
ombre effect.
Yes.
So you can do that, and it's okay if you go outside of the lines. You know, we know where these colors are. You know, you just kind of haze it. You know, give it a little bit of haze. Try and stay within the lines, right? But you know, just mix and match. Use these colors for that purpose. Try and make it balanced, you guys. And you can recycle your tips.
Okay.
And put them right back on to the other can that you want to use. So try and give it a little haze. You're dying to use that purple. Dying to use that purple. Important part of this piece, because we're gonna do the backsplash.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so that you're gonna get your dose of purple.
Good on my backside on the camera. That ombre effect, right?
You said. People say like talk about graffiti.
Yeah, it's an interesting conversation because you know there's a hierarchy to graffiti.
Okay.
And so you know the initial kind of graffiti vandalism that started, it had to do simply with signatures, what we call the tags. And so, you know, it went from just a straight letter, you know, you would have, let's say people would do just their name in, let's say, straight letters, and then it kind of evolved to maybe make it more styled. Maybe they do a loop in the M, a heart for the O, a dollar sign or something for the S, and quotation marks, halos, underline, arrows, and all this extracurricular stuff. So your tag would stand out. And then from there, we started doing kind of the bubble letters. And the bubble letters, obviously, when you fill them in, go over everything. Right. Right? And so now that's the prominent kind of art or name that you see. And then finally, more of what we call it's pieces. It's short for masterpieces, which is a letter that's completely... Think about an architect. Think about an engineer. Placing... If the letter A is, you know, 3 sticks, 1, 2, 3, well, turn this one into like an arrow that spins out. Have this connect to the next letter over here, have another, and you know, you start building these letters, and that's what graffiti is all about the letters. Now you have, you know, murals that are portraits, abstract expressionism, color theory, or something like that. But graffiti is really, it's based on the letters, which is something people don't really realize. And you can do graffiti with anything. Pencil, brush, spray paint. Just because you use spray paint doesn't make it graffiti, you know?
Okay.
And so you can do it in that way too. Medium. No, because people automatically assume sometimes you see someone with, they go, oh, they're graffitiing, you know? Okay. And I've heard that so many times. But yeah, it's interesting. And in this neighborhood, you know, obviously in Wynwood, which is the mecca for all, you know, street art all over the world, which is insane. Over 24 countries represented here. Wow. 300 artists. Yeah, it's really, and it's the top tier, right, you know, which is awesome. And you'll see all different types of styles. You know, it's pretty interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, man. That is in fact the high. So what we'll do is I'll do the outline, and then you guys come fill it in with these colors. Oh yeah. Yep. juice?
I think so.
Let me see.
It could be also
Oh, you're on the last leg here.
It's okay.
See if
All
you
good.
can make it,
I'll
man.
make it work. I'll make it
See
work.
if you can make it work.
Of the best color. No pressure.
Come on, man.
Oh, whoa, one shot.
Oh.
Whoa. That was like perfect.
We can give it.
I love it. It's a little lighter, but it looks good.
We know that one there that has to be filled in.
Add a little.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Give this kind of blob in the back a little texture, right?
Yeah.
So it has a little more.
So then do you take the darker and
This
go into this
little
one?
Where?
Like, so I can borrow yours
Yeah.
and go into this one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Try and give it sprays, not like hazes. Like, oh, we can do little dots in there too. We can. We totally can.
So like distance.
Yeah.
but-
So distance. So then it's hazy. So it hazes. Yes, like that. Yeah. You don't have to even do the line. Just spray and give it a little hazing from more of a distance.
Woo.
Yeah. There you go. And from there you can go side to side because you're further away. You see how it dusts
okay.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
To add anything that we'd like to put here inside of the letters. Now we have some cool hazing going on, but maybe if we did something easy, it doesn't have to be too complicated. What if we did little I'll just give you an example so you guys can do. Stars is always a classic. Little dots as well.
Dots are easy.
These guys kind of pepper them around.
Okay.
You know, go and try and do that. For here, I would try and stay within the letter.
Yeah.
You know, more aggressively. Yeah. So any color you guys
Pink.
want that we've used already,
Okay.
and throw in some little dots.
Like green.
You know what I like to do also? If there's a place
That needs a
where
little more
you
love.
think there's a hard clash and it's not smooth, I'm trying to look for something. Cover it up. You know, this is a good time. These little additives is a good time to cover up anything that you see that might be off. Like you see where this isn't really a haze together.
Mm-hmm.
Do the little guy there, huh? Yeah. Now all of a sudden it's easier on the eyes.
Okay, which is just us switching.
Remember which one I had. Yeah.
Any of the ones that we've used so far. Someone take care of that underline line. Give some bubbles in there.
I forgot about it.
Don't neglect that guy.
Is this?
Oh, that one's too big. It is too
Here.
small, like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's like pencil.
I never knew they were changeable tops.
Me either.
Oh yeah.
That's like among the many things I've learned today.
And that's like, nowadays you can just order them. Back in the day, you had to go to like a supermarket, find like a cleaning product that you could take the top from to use on your spray paint can.
Okay, so like in the day, like
Yeah, and you would keep these caps like in nail polish remover in a jar.
All right.
Because you didn't have that many.
so it's like your little collection, your stash.
Collection. You have to take care of it. Now you just go through these guys. So many. Hi.
Where is that color?
Have we not used this?
I don't. I do not. I don't think so.
I love
Like
that.
I would remember this color.
You want to play with it?
It's gorgeous.
Don't sell yourself short. You're out here making magic.
I feel it.
Okay, and then we underline this guy, this guy, this guy. last part of it is to do, well, almost the last part of it is we're gonna do a force field. Now you see how it's, white is a little tricky, so you see it's a little hazy kind of, and which is a good look, but now we're gonna close it all in with the black.
Ooh.
Right?
Ha.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
This
So
is
go in with.
collaboration, man.
I love it.
I need
Oh yeah.
guys. And if you notice, kind of doing it where there's a little bit of drippage, but you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it gives it a kind of a better look, guys. What do you think?
Love it.
Look at what you guys did! Look what you have created!
I love
Right?
it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Good work.
job.
Good work, guys. Yeah,
That's cool.
man, that's great. I love it too. A little shines over here, shines over there.
So that was a lot of fun. I had such a great time.
Yeah, like definitely. I think for our, when the sailors come, obviously this is something that we'll really be able to do here in Miami that really brings like Miami to life. And I think that's always been our ethos, right? Like, when you and I go out and try to search things, activations, activities, shore things, it's about like, how do we bring the city to life? And I think here in Miami, especially the Wynwood District, this is really the type of stuff that we're looking for. So I think when the First Mates offer this opportunity to their sailors, I think it's be something that they're gonna be able to write home back, take the images. I mean, I know you and I have been taking our shots here,
Yeah.
so.
Well, and I love that most people go around just looking at the walls, and now they get the opportunity to do it themselves and really get to immerse themselves in the destination and have a chance to actually tag their own wall here.
Yeah, and I definitely will take hints from you because I definitely need to learn how to do it better because you were in here, you got to go in, you added the colors. I kind of,
Well, it was great to have someone teaching us the proper way to do things and learning about the history of how to do it and why things are the way they are and not just assuming what we think how it goes. So
Yeah.
it's really nice to learn from a professional as well.
I think next time I'm walking around Miami, I will definitely have a lot more respect. I had respect before,
Yeah.
but now when I go through Wynwood, I'm gonna be like, okay, I know how to do that,
Yeah.
and that's hazing,
More
and this is that.
understanding, right?
Yeah.
So
Cool.
It's a great option, and I love that this is not a stock experience that you won't find on anywhere else, and nor is it something that you'd be able to just probably come to Miami and figure out how to have the opportunity to do it yourself. It's really something exclusive to Virgin and our shore things and our sailors, and we really like to curate these types of experiences for everyone.
Yeah, it'll be great.